Well, a final here for the 6th week that started at, well, pretty much full throttle for Team Efficiency. What a rush, and yes, what a way to overtake the defensive position of yoe IRONMEN. Yeah, the defending gems definitely caught by surprise. It's definitely not expecting that kind of maneuver coming from Team Efficiency. So yes, a brilliant way to start up this final for the finalists from last week, of course. And yes, already getting a wee bit of payback.
I know. They have won this first set, so they are in the lead right now. And yoe IRONMEN, they have to win this next set to be to tie it up and not be out of 2 to disadvantage.
Stay in contact, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, this next set is mines, so really it's gonna come down to not only tank selection but definitely strategy. Okay, so right now yoe IRONMEN have a dilemma. They can either sit back and play passive, but what that can do is potentially open up surrounding maneuvers from Team Efficiency. But at the same time, if they're expecting a rush from Team Efficiency, if Team Efficiency were to rush them, then yoe IRONMEN have to make the decision of to engage that or pull back.
I think once again, the teams that have stayed on top of this game since the open season have proved time and time again that sometimes it's just best not to go for either white or black. Sometimes gray is the best option, pretty much. A nice mix of defense and being aggressive as well. Once again, I think if one thing that PvP Super Friends have proven to everyone out there is that the one thing that will ultimately guarantee you a higher percentage of wins is map control.
Yeah,
pretty much. The more you get vision on, pretty much the more options you have. So but meanwhile, you can't just afford to be too vulnerable as you spread out. I think that was like PvP's Achilles heel, and that's what most teams have actually found out since last week. But I think it really has to be an amalgam of both. Really, you just have to get eyes on target. That's very important, but not at the cost of your defense either. So yes, Team Efficiency, of course, on the driver's seat. Let's see if they can keep up their advantage as we go to mines for set number 2. Okay, so we've got yoe IRONMEN starting down south this time around, and Team Efficiency starting up north. And comparing tanks lineups here, kind of similar, yet at the same time a more aggressive strat coming from Efficiency. They've got no snipers, they've got 3 massively armored heavy tanks and those 2 T69s, and they're starting up north.
Yep, exactly. So definitely it's going to signal, just looking at the tank lineup, it's pretty obvious that they're just going to go straight for the hilltop. They are moving over there right at this moment. And yoe IRONMEN, they do have a, I don't know, I mean, mobility-wise, it's pretty even as well, because Efficiency do have 2 T69s. And look at this damage going on to TMD.
Yeah, TMDK taking a bit of damage. Not too bad, though. It's a little less than 300 hit points.
Oh, no, he's getting surrounded, though.
But yeah, he is definitely getting surrounded.
Oh,
moving
but these
castle,
members...
they're so aggressive. Team Efficiency is just like... I think they just want to go home. I think they just want to go home early today. I mean, look at that. It's just because they don't have like the superior heavy tanks, but oh boy, are they aggressive. I mean...
I know. Look at that engagement coming out so far. Mega Jewel and Predator in those T32s, of course, in the front lines, taking the brunt of the damage right now. Oh, and TMDK, doing some nice damage there.
Yeah,
he is taking damage.
And look at that. Yeah, TMDK on that ledge, and Comics is almost out here. Comics is almost out. Comics is trying to get out the dodge. He does manage
with TMDK. TMDK is down to 82.
Indeed.
82 health. Look at that. Both Comics and TMDK.
Like, no team wants to fight to actually just give up any ground out here. So,
yeah. But
look, boy.
Yeah, I want to see some, I don't know, I kind of want to see Efficiency not give up the position, because they were on equal footing as yoe IRONMEN. You know, if they just stayed in this position.
Comics did take a lot of punishment,
but
though.
Same with TMDK.
Yeah, no, that's true. But still, like, in terms of overall damage, I'd have to say that
I think yoe IRONMEN
is slightly on top.
Yeah, I'm
slightly on top.
Yeah, but they did lose both their T1s.
They did. Yes.
Oh, but they are doing damage. They're doing some more damage on the Mega Jewel. Oh, but Moving Castle.
And Moving Castle is actually just...
30 health.
Yes, one more shot's gonna do it. Predator lining up for that one shot. Yeah,
he
he goes go down.
oh,
He does go down.
man.
And look at that. Mega Joel is still alive.
Oh,
He's still alive.
Yeah, it's over, man. It's definitely over. Yeah, efficiency is gonna snowball this so hard right now. TanksAsia, non-TW taking so much damage
and
right now.
TMDK is so low as well. But the thing is, the crucial thing is that Mega Joel and Comics are still alive. Although they're like really
and they took out TanksAsia and they're about
exactly.
to
Look at Comics. Okay, Mega Joel finally going down. But the thing is, the fact that those two remained alive, those were two extra tanks shooting, although they were on the brink of death. And really, yes, it didn't make much of a difference in terms of, well, pretty much hit points. But ultimately, it's just they had that many more tanks still firing shots. And look at that. All of a sudden, it's a 6-on-1.
Yeah, look at that. Tanaka, the last tank remaining right here. I love that. I love the new strategies come out from both these teams.
He actually blew himself up.
Yeah, but like I was saying, it's not like the open season or early on in the first season where we saw a lot of teams being too scared to engage each other. What I really like about how these teams have progressed along is, like we saw on that previous set on Mines, once both teams saw each other on the hilltop, they were not afraid to engage each other.
Neither would even just give a foot or an inch away. They would stand their ground. They're like, no way we're giving you this position.
Exactly. And I mean, efficiency did come out on top on that. But I mean, honestly, yoe IRONMEN could have come out on top as well.
Oh, no, seriously, it was too close to call.
Yeah, it really, there's only a couple shots that really made the difference. But after those couple shots landed, that's when it really started to snowball. But before that, it was just completely even.
No, because as a whole, I think yoe IRONMEN actually had the advantage. But the thing is, once again, as I mentioned, is it doesn't matter if your tank is down to 5% if you manage to keep it alive long enough for it to crack a few more shots. That one shot makes all the difference in the world. I mean, look at, like, it was Comics and Mega Joel. They were like one shot away from dying for about a good 2 minutes, pretty much, but they still managed to stay alive. And then as their teammates were reloading, they just came for the finishing blow. And honestly, that's just all the difference in the world. It's that kind of micromanagement that separates like the top teams to the very good teams, as a matter of fact. So yes, once again, a brilliant display by both teams, I gotta say. But efficiency not giving out an inch to their opponents. Really, they're not like, they just really have them by the throat and not letting them getting any kind of breather whatsoever.
And honestly, quite honestly, this case, so the next set is gonna be on Himmelsdorf, right? And the thing is, team efficiency, they're 2 sets up to love right now, and I wouldn't be surprised if actually efficiency pushed down straight down the middle of the map. Because I mean, I think
you know, last time last time it was yoe IRONMEN who did that against Insidious Gaming in our first semifinal. And although it was a brilliant push, then they sacrificed their T1s rather lamely and couldn't capitalize on it. But yes, honestly, I'll bet my money on that one too. I really do see
a possibility.
Yeah,
it's a really big possibility.
I really think efficiency just were like, okay, we lost too much energy on that 5-setter. We just want to go home. So I think they're in a bit of a rush today, and I think they've waited long enough for their first title too.
Yeah, and honestly, they really deserve it as well.
It would be a most deserved reward for their efforts so far. So
I mean, as much as I want to see this go kind of the distance, just of how close this match is, I also want to just see efficiency finally win just one title.
I know. Well, you know, the best of scenarios would actually just go all the way, pretty much.
And then,
exactly, having a brilliant comeback from yoe IRONMEN, and then having like a similar 5th setter as we had seen between Anubis Empire and and the team efficiency, and have, you know, maybe efficiency win at the last second or something. That would be quite the thrilling story for them, of course. We're not there yet, but they're looking mighty comfortable, if you ask me. They've got 3 consecutive, not just match points, but weekly title points.
And actually, efficiency, if you take into consideration the last match, they have a total of a 5-game winning streak right now.
Well, they've won 5 consecutive sets.
So maybe they're feeling indestructible right now.
I think they're on fire, to say the least. I really think it's pretty safe to say that, yes, indeed, they are on fire, and their opponents right now are burning down in flames. Anyways, can they wrap this up? We're going to find out as we, of course, move on to our 3rd set. But before we do, we're going to take a short break first.